Oh, and sorry again, your friendly local constitutional coup from California. And this is part two of the astounding events in the first week of the Trump administration. Wow, it's just hard to even put it into words. But he's now basically ordered the shutdown of the Civil Rights Department of the Department of Justice. And if he's done it for the right reasons, if he knows what I know and what the current justices of the Supreme Court knows, and it looks like that he might well know this, that there is no such thing as civil rights, since they're based on the non-existent 14th Amendment. And you'll learn all about that. Send me an email, uwinnincourt@gmail.com. The amendment doesn't exist. It never has. And it's the biggest problem we have right now because it's intimately associated with federal, regional, martial law rules that's destroying our federated Republican form of government and replacing it with today's much ballyhooed democracy, aka three bulls, two sheep voting on what's for dinner. So if they're doing that, and there's going to be some fallout, but at the same time, and I'll talk more extensively on this later, with active civil rights cases, especially in the case of George Floyd and Breonna uh, Taylor, um, that they're going to have much better remedies when the things get sent back to what should be sovereign, independent states. And we can now make these law enforcement thugs pay for what they do. They had to make it look good in the Floyd case. They convicted the thug of second-degree murder there, where it should have been first degree. And add to that the case of Jalen Walker, who got shot in the back 48 times by 8 law enforcement thugs during the course of a traffic stop in Akron, Ohio, when the court wouldn't have had jurisdiction. Nobody gets indicted there for anything, and all of these bastards should be on death row, first degree murder. When that starts to happen, we're going to get our nation and republic back. We have rights. Our agents don't. They're bound by this Constitution and the laws enacted in pursuance thereof. For more information about my modestly priced constitutional defense document packets, send me an email, uwinnincourt@gmail.com. You'll learn all about it. And this is happening in the first week of the Trump administration. We'll see how it plays out, but it's looking real good here. For us to get in there with our issues and now get into a judicial court. I'll teach you how to do that because once we get in there, it doesn't matter where you started out. And you've never been in a judicial court, by the way, and you're never going to be in one. Because if you hold that 14th Amendment birthright citizenship, you have no right to de facto national socialist government is bound to respect. And that's what has to change. And that's a big change. It makes a difference for you, your family, and your posterity. It's priceless. And that's what we need to get out there and do. It's what I've devoted the last 40 years of my life to doing. And we're in a window of opportunity we haven't seen in over 150 years with the current justices of the court. So it's really exciting, as I hope you can tell from this video. We can get in there and do this. And by the way, maybe make some good chunks of change by suing these bastards for committing acts of treason. You'll learn all about that. Send me an email, uwinnincourt@gmail.com, because that's what they're doing, and it needs to stop. And the sooner the better, and the current justices of the Supreme Court know exactly what I'm talking about. They're in their fifth term of an all-out assault on the administrative state. And they've been a big part of the problem, and they know they have, not having done their job for the last 90 years as a judicial court. But they are now, and that's an enormous amount of bargaining leverage for us to get the folks, to get the checkbooks out and make us go away. Uh, so that'd probably be nice. The big money would be great. The changing of the guard and going back to the original intent of the framers is what benefits you, your children, and your posterity. That's priceless. So that said, remember to subscribe, tell your friends, get the word out. We have an astounding window of opportunity, and I want to help you with it as much as possible. Thank you.